yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Let's go now. Go.
Running out of the gun with Mitchell. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Throwing on 1st, it's McCarthy. Grabbed by Jordan Addison. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43.
19 tight. 19 tight. Warriors 17.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. We'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Here we go. Here we go.
Back to the air, McCarthy. He's on the move. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. Into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. Christian Gonzalez has it. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
May will throw to get us started here. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
And he stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
19, 18, go!
Running it after the penalty. And it's a 3-yard gain through the traffic. That tackle made by Blake Cashman.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Dump off caught by his back. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you could run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. No return on that punt. And it's going to be Vikings football. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Throw came out wide as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Trying to find Justin Jefferson. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got him tackled behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
70 Lions.
Here's Mitchell again. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Only a couple yards there, and now it's 3rd and 7.
Let's go now. 18 left. 18 left. 18 right here.
McCarthy throwing here. He has the 1st over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down. McCarthy looking to throw. The screen pass falls incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his 1st catch of the game. So it's 2nd down coming up. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. He'll get this to Jefferson. And he is hit hard shortly after that catch. Great job hanging on to that, but only a small gain on that play. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
Here we go. Back to 60.
Now it's McCarthy. This throw is caught. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Buffalo 18.
McCarthy to throw it. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction. Gotta forget about 1st down in a hurry. They need a chunk of yards here on 2nd and goal.
60 back, yeah. 60 back, yeah. 60 back.
Trying again, following the sack. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. And the Patriots are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
At the 60. Go!
First down throw for May. Finds him over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Back and ready now for the second quarter. It's Patriots football. They're looking at first down here.
Go!
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. That tackle made by Blake Cashman. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
70 Timberwolves. Here we go.
Operating from the gun, here's May. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Going play action, May. Left side, and it's intercepted. Byron Murphy picks it. And the Vikings will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. From the 32. Escapes the pocket. Now he takes it. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Trap 60. Hawk 70. 19 Lions. 19 tight.
1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
Let's go now. 70 rings. 79 Broncos.
McCarthy trying again on 2nd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
On 3rd and long, it's McCarthy. He's going to push one deep down the right. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Christian Gonzalez has it. And the Patriots get it back on his 6th interception of the season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick 6. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see. That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Back to the air. It's May. Cut near the goal line. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
Cowboy 80. Go.
They'll try and punch it in. Is into the end zone. Touchdown. The Patriots parlay the interception into points. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. Here's Greg Dortch with the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They're out and set, first and 10. Mitchell up the middle. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
McCarthy operating from the pistol. Catch is made by Elijah Mitchell. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Throwing on 3rd, McCarthy. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Minnesota lined up in punt formation. The Patriots have Demario Douglas ready to return. He punted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. And they get to this one just shy of the opposing 30-yard line. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. To the air on 1st down, May. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Byron Murphy picks it.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
So it's the 2-minute warning from Honolulu. It's the Vikings with work to do on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, McCarthy. That's going to be caught by Mitchell. And he's across midfield into Patriots territory.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
And the Patriots in the nickel for this 3rd down call. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Getting out to his left. Has the connection to Hawkinson. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
And they bring him down around the 34. Minnesota spends its 2nd time out here. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. Cut out left. He's got to gain a 6 there. Christian Gonzalez getting there for the tackle.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Just before halftime, we get a timeout, take it. So the Vikings will try a field goal on fourth down. Will Reichert headed out. This a 54-yarder. Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. And the deficit stays at 7.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
Looking to throw. Man there, it's Malik Neighbors. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half.
Will Reichert to kick off for the Vikings.
Here's Reichert, set to kick this away. From a couple yards deep, this is going to come out. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Viking 18. Set.
May now from the gun. He throws a bullet deep to the right. That's complete inside the 35. And he will take this in. Touchdown! The Patriots grow the lead coming out of halftime. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. Romo adds the point after. And the Patriots double their lead to 14. The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. Dortch now to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now McCarthy. He's got the hook up to Akers. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Trying to find Justin Jefferson. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. He's on the move. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. All right, so they like the results on the field, and they're going to decline this penalty. They're set up at the 35 now. Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. From the gun, here's Akers. And this one doesn't go far. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
That's him on the quick hitter. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. McCarthy looking, caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And they scoop it up, time to push for the line. And this is a huge loss on the play.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
So a crisis averted a moment ago, but their reward, a really tough 3rd down here. On play action now, McCarthy. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, where they come down to a play or 2 and 3rd downs critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. It'll be a punt of 39 yards in the end. And the Pats will take over. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
Here we go.
Operating from the gun, here's May. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Throw left side, complete. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And he's out of bounds at the 3. Nearly got to the end zone there. So now, here's 3rd and goal. To the air yet again, May escapes the pocket. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. Field goal attempts coming up from John Parker-Romo. This is a chip shot from the left hash. And he missed it. It's no good. And the lead stays frozen at 14.
They could have gone for it for sure, Kate. I'm sure there's some folks on that sideline asking why they didn't go for a touchdown. But they took what they felt like was a guaranteed 3 points. But that miss is a stunning reminder. There is never a guarantee in the NFL.
1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Patriots get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long. But throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
And the 1st down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the one he was throwing for. So it'll be 2nd down. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Ivan Pace able to make the stop. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
Let's go.
Going play action, May. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
For the 2nd time today, they're going to run the kick team out for the field goal. Miss from 48 on the left hash. The kick by Roddy's good. And that will add to their score.
Here in the 3rd quarter, he gets a chance to make up for the miss on his 1st attempt of the game. This time, well, he is totally dialed in, and he gets this one to count.
Dortch now to return it. This return makes it up to the 25. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Here's Akers up the middle. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Kobe Dean in on the tackle. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
So many coaches love 3rd downs and practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game or already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
And this one, touchdown inside the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And his charge towards the line, that's right around 3 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Tiger, 19, Tiger. Ready, ready, ready.
They give it to him again. And he stopped, so that's going to take us to the end of the third. So we hit the end of the third.
Ready, ready.
New set of downs for him from the 46.
Hey, check that, check that. Here we go, here we go.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he gets this one to the 49 on a solid pickup. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Set up.
Back-to-back carries here. And he'll get this through the midfield stripe and starts pushing into Vikings territory. Call it 4 yards, and they're set up with a manageable 3rd and 2.
Set. Ready.
Back to the well again. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Well, the negative play makes it even easier to decline that flag. That's going to bring up 4th down. The Patriots have their punting unit out. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And great special teams execution on that punt. It's inside the 10, reaches the 8. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Go.
Back to throw, here's McCarthy. He'll get this to Jefferson. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Throwing from near his own goal line. They left him up. He's finally caught, and he lost the football. Oh, no, it's out. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
I think the phrase, Kate, blood in the water, comes to mind in this spot. There was a chance to get aggressive and attack them being backed up close to the end zone. Can't imagine that decision paying off in a better fashion than that.
Go.
May on 1st and 10. He'll get this to Henry. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Here we go, set.
Here's 2nd and 11. Finds his man. It's Demario Douglas. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front, and to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
May now on 3rd down. This is complete to Neighbors. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And it's caught, touchdown! The Patriots put up even more points in a win. Romo on to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Patriots make it a 24-point ball game. The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. This return starts at the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
Take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
10, 40, 70.
McCarthy to throw it. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
And he reaches the 35 before going out. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. McCarthy to throw for it. And they give to him on 4th down. It's a sack and a turnover on down.
Coaches challenge him to get the defense off the field with a stop. Rose to the challenge and delivered on that one, really overwhelming the line of scrimmage.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
May now from the gun. That's incomplete left side.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams would call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
And that's caught in the end zone for the touchdown. The Patriots continue piling it on here in the 4th. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it.